How's it going, guys? So over the past week, I've been doing some leveling up training and I managed to cut down my SSF league start from 9 hours to 5. So I decided to make a quick video with 10 tips that helped me personally. Now that's still not competitive time, but I'm kind of proud of that, so I wanted to share them with you. Number 1 is managing your currency in early acts. What I've done in the past is in Act 1, I would ID every single blue item, which was a mistake. Then I would run out of ID scrolls, which meant that I would have to use portals mid-fights after I kill the bosses, go back to the city to get my ID scrolls, then ID the items that I dropped, which was a mistake. What you should be doing is ideally ID your weapons and accessories as much as you can, movement speed boots if there's a possibility, and the rest of the armor is dependent on sockets. So at the beginning, you're more concerned about your socket pressure and links. Of course, that changes when you get into later acts, where you can add the sockets manually. Number 2 is knowing your skips. Now there's 2 videos I would like you to watch. One is from Havoc and one is from Locahole. One shows you tips and tricks when it comes to speeding up the process, and second one is literally all the skips from Act 1 to Act 10. Number 3 is knowing your recipes. If we have extra movement speed flasks, we can add movement speed to our boots. Or another example is making this quiver in Act 3. You can pretty much guarantee it. Only thing you need is this quiver, Onyx amulet that is rare, rain of arrows with quality, and orb of chance. How do you get rain of arrows with chance? You can either get it in Act 2 by valing the gem, or you pretty much guaranteed to get little quality in your first lab. So you can use this quiver in Act 3 pretty easily, and it can help you leveling up. Of course, any good league starter shows you all the vendor recipes possible for that build. Number 4, play more than one movement skill. Pretty easy to understand. If you use Flame Dash, add in Smoke Mine. If you use Sleep Slam, add in Frost Blink. If you use Flame Dash on your bow build, add in Blink Arrow. It makes a huge difference. Number 5, knowing where you buy your skills. Of course, past Act 6, you buy everything from Lily. But before that, for example, if I have green and I'm already using Sniper's Mark, I would go for my Mark on Hit. So it's very important to know where to buy it prior to that. Number 6, race your own time, not others. Sometimes it can be discouraging to see other people doing better than you, and then you slow down by thinking, oh, anyways, they're already way past me, so I don't have to try. What I did personally is I did Act 1 in Act 2, and sometimes I edit Act 3. Usually in Act 3, after you finish library, most of the builds that you league start are put together, so after Act 3, it's kind of autopilot. Number 8 is having a good loot filter. Now I understand it's pretty hard to get hands on very good loot filters, but if you use the tie killers, it's not the best, but it's much better than having none at all. Number 9 is poe.re. The way you use it is you pick what sockets you want. So for example, I want green and then random color. I want to see all 4 sockets, 5 sockets and 6 sockets and movement speed boots, right? So I copy this and I'll give you an example. I'll go into Act 7, right? So let's go Act 7. And every single time from Act 1 to Act 10, I go to the vendors and I'll check it. Do you have 4 link? No. No 4 links. Any movement speed? Oh, there you go. There's a 4 link. I can use the recipe that I've learned, put 10%, 15% movement speed on it, and I can use the 4 link for my damage. Number 10 is playing a good league starter. That one is pretty easy to understand. The better damage you have, the easier time you're gonna have on bosses. Faster you are, the faster you're gonna run through the acts. There is a good reason why people that are very fast usually play meta builds. And that's pretty much everything. If you have any questions, you can ask down below, or you can come to my Twitch and ask me live. And yeah, that's it. Bye bye.